Okay, how to remain healthy? That's the question. It's a FAQ, frequently asked question, and I, being a doctor, and also having researched in Ayurveda, and also being a spiritual person, I came to conclusion that to be healthy, and of course you will all agree with me, it's nothing bizarre, but it's all scientifically proved that to be healthy, not only our body should be healthy, but also our mind. Because we all know that mind has a deep connection with body. For example, if you drink alcohol, it affects your mind. And so when you get up early in the morning the next day, there's a hangover. Or if you're intoxicated, you can't think properly. It's forbidden to drive when you are drunk, and that's why there are fines when you are drunk, because there is a delayed reaction time when you are drunk, so there are high chances of accidents. So it's evident that there is effect of body on mind, and it's also vice versa. There's an effect of mind on body. For example, if you have fear, and we all know well scientifically, flight and fight response. In situations where you're frightened and you have fear, there's a lot of adrenaline rush in our body. Adrenaline is a hormone which is produced when you have fear, when the mind experiences fear. Similarly, when the mind experiences envy, lust, anger, all these kind of different emotions which mind feels, it actually changes our body chemistry. There is a physical impact of emotions in the mind. So mind and body are related to each other. That's another problem in science, in physical, in hard sciences for neurologists and physicists. What is the connection between mind and body? That is another problem which we will deal later. But as far as this lecture is concerned, there is a definite interrelationship between body and mind and body. Now, why I am saying this? Because modern health industry, they are simply focused on body. First of all, it's not bad to be healthy. We should all be healthy. But the question is, modern health industry, with all its multivitamins, proteins, and all its diet, regulated diet, how much carbohydrates you have to take daily, how much proteins you have to take daily, and so on and so on and so on. There are people devote their entire life advising others how to eat. For example, dietitians, nutritionalists. There's a whole separate branch in medical field who gave you scientific advices, what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat, how many calories per day, how many proteins per day according to body mass index, BMI, age, and blah blah blah. There are so many things. But the whole point is, nobody thinks about what happens to mind. What's the effect of mind on body? And that is why you see people, that is why you see all over the world, in spite of a big multi-billion dollar health industry and all these products of superfoods and so on and so on and so on, still people are unhealthy. Chronic diseases like diabetes, atherosclerosis, arthritis, hypertension, hyperthyroidism, they are actually rising. These are all called non-communicable diseases. Although medical science has sort of won over communicable diseases, we have pretty much controlled communicable diseases. Of course, in the present times of Corona, we can't really tell that we have controlled communicable diseases. Corona is one of the communicable diseases. It is due to a virus which is communicable from one patient to another patient. But at large, science has pretty much gained control over communicable diseases by antibiotics and its pharmaceutical industry. That's okay. But what about non-communicable disease? It's on rise. Those diseases which one patient cannot communicate to another patient. Like for example, cancer is a non-communicable disease. If you have a cancer, you can't transmit cancer to other person just by touching. You can't do that. But corona you can. So corona or tuberculosis, that's communicable. But you can't do with cancer or diabetes or hypertension or arthritis, and these are rising. People are becoming, obesity is a big problem in the Western world especially. So why is that, in spite of so much gym and all this health industry, why is that? People are getting heart attacks, they're dying early. That's because health industry and people who are advising you how to remain healthy, nobody is talking about mind. In fact, if you read Ayurveda, traditional Indian medicine system, or any Eastern medicine, Chinese medicine, or in fact homeopathy, Dr. Hahnemann, all these sciences claim and have shown that if mind is healthy, the body remains healthy. In fact, Ayurveda even suggests all diseases begins with the mind, and that's very easy to understand. Because you see, the whole point is, if your mind is peaceful, if your mind is not having negative thoughts, negative vibrations or whatever you can call it as, if your mind is free of envy, greed, lust and all these negative emotions, and if your mind is generating positive emotions, what happens is your body chemistry is changed. When you have negative thoughts, your body chemistry is different, because the mind induces brain to secrete a set of hormones. Negative thoughts produce a set of hormones which produces a different body chemistry. Positive thoughts produces some hormones, for example cortisol, which induces positive body chemistry. And now it's very easy to understand. Now, negative body chemistry is prone to diseases. Positive body chemistry is not prone to diseases. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Because in positive body chemistry, your immunity is strong, for example. In negative body chemistry, your immunity is weak, so you're more prone to diseases. So that's why Ayurveda says that all diseases begin with mind. Hypertension, if your mind is peaceful, there's no hypertension. Tension begins with mind. You see all these chronic diseases, atherosclerosis, more fat in body, and heart attacks. Of course, people can say that you're eating too much cholesterol, and LDL and HDL, you have to reduce your cholesterol. But the whole problem is, if you have your disturbed mind and negative thoughts and stress, still you can have heart attacks and actually more cholesterol in body, because one of the factors of increase in HDL, bad cholesterol, is stress. So it's a very deep insight. All diseases begin with mind. Now the whole thing now boils down to this: if you want to be healthy, make your mind peaceful. Make your mind free of negative thoughts. Make your mind free of anger, greed, envy, lust. But now the question is how to do that. That's the whole question there. How to do that? It's not easy to get free of stress, especially when you are in stressful situations. It's not easy to be free of envy when you are in a political environment, especially in corporates and your jobs, or maybe anger or frustration. So how to do that? So we are almost like saying, be like a lotus flower. This example is given in scriptures. Be like a lotus flower. Why? Because lotus flower, so where do you find lotus flower? You find lotus flower in so not in clean water, but in actually dirty water, muddied water. But still lotus flower, lotus is lotus. It smells good, and people, it is actually unaffected by muddy water and dirty water, in spite of the fact it's staying in the dirty water. So the challenge is not to make your mind, not to keep your mind full of positivity and full of good thoughts and keep your mind peaceful, but the challenge is to keep your mind peaceful in stressful situations, because that you cannot leave. In political situations, in political environment, because that's unavoidable in modern life. So how to do that? The only way to do that is spiritual practices. That's where the role of spiritual practices comes in. And that's why people who are spiritual all around the world, you see, they are more healthy. So I mean to say, people who are truly practicing spiritual practices, more healthy, more effulgent, more bright, more peaceful, and you feel good to stay with them. So that is why, to remain healthy, we just not have to we not only have to focus just on the body, which modern word is trying to do that. You can never be healthy just if you focus on the body. You have to focus on your mind and also focus on your soul, spiritual practices, which will make your mind peaceful and positive. And then you can be truly healthy. And that is why all the Vedic knowledge, Ayurveda, and all the Eastern traditional medicines, they all recommend to actually have a good diet for the body, a balanced diet, and good thoughts for the mind, good advices from good people, and also spiritual practices which will actually keep good thoughts in the mind sustained. Otherwise they will just vanish away, which will actually bring your mind in a positive state. So when you combine all the three, then you can be truly happy.